All right. So, hey, you can actually see me this time. I'm going to use a camera. Fancy. Okay, so we've got the basic scaffold. We just had a team meeting, kind of the next steps. Federico is working on some of the prompt engineering side of things. So the idea behind that is we're going to create a persona or something like that, and it's going to have a set of system prompts that we're kind of building out right now. So we'll be able to, when an issue comes in, a comment comes in, we'll be able to feed ChatGPT a set of system prompts that kind of put into an operating mode where it's going to work well. Then we will feed in the user information that's coming through the issue, and that's good. We're going to take that and we're going to feed that back out to the issue to update stuff. So that's what he's working on. For me, I'm working on kind of the plumbing to get everything all set up. So for this, we're so on this, I'm doing the working on the users, accounts, memberships, and probably looking at invitations that go with that. So kind of just that admin kind of Teams crud stuff. So for this, we're going to do a Rails Rails G RSpec feature. So we're going to say guests can create accounts, manage accounts. So when I'm starting to kind of scaffold these things out, I'm just gonna dump something in here. So the scenario is new user signs up and has an account. So I'm going to visit the root path. I'm going to click on sign up. Assume I can type. I'm going to fill in email with my me at example.com, and I'm going to fill in the password with password 123, obviously. I got to click on create account. Once I'm done that, I expect the page to have content. You've signed up. I don't know. Clearance is going to have some default in there. We'll see what it says. And we're excited. And we expect the page to have content. You've signed up, and we expect so when you sign up, it is going to automatically create an account for you. That probably seems reasonable. No, I don't want to do that. I want it to redirect to the new account page when you've signed up. So it's going to say new account. I'm going to expect, so here I'm going to be able to fill in the name is going to be Acme Inc. I'm going to click on create account. And I'm going to expect the page to have content created Acme Inc. That seems like a reasonable starting spot. So that we can see stuff. I'm going to throw JavaScript onto this. And root path doesn't exist. No, it does not. All right. So what do we want to start with? We probably want to have root is going to go to pages home. All right, that looks good. And let's run her again. Sure, that seems reasonable enough. And where are you going to pop the window? Oh. Looks like I have to install an update or something. Let's see it go now. All right. Nice big fat error. Missing pages controller. Of course we are. All right. So let's do pages controller RB and class pages controller. And I'm going to skip ahead. Yeah, I know. So it's going to complain about home next. Now we've got home, so we're good there. And now it's going to say that it's missing template. Yes. So pages, and let's make home.html the RB. All right, so it's just saying it's missing a sign up button. And that is true. So if you are signed in, it gives you a thing to sign out and to sign in. Well, let's sign up. Is that gonna, is it the sign up path? Let's see. Sorry, let's create account. It shouldn't be create account. It should be fill it in. It should be sign up. And it's going to complain about ambiguous matches. Yep. So if we go to sign up, we want to get that one that's in a form. And that's going to be the new user. All right, so we've signed up. It's not saying that. What it is saying is sign out, which means that you're signed in, which means that we're good. So let's do, yep. So let's change this to make sure that we've signed up. So with this, we're actually I don't really like testing I'm testing clearance here. So I kind of want to skip that a little bit. Something to think about. I'm not going to worry about it right now, actually. Okay. So what I do want to do, though, is if we hop over to the clearance documentation. There is a method that I need to find. A redirect. You are after create. Boom. That's what I'm looking for. So in here, if we go to the models, user, and I do accounts/new, which I'm just going to hard code. I should be actually using the actual proper path for that, but that's fine. Why did that not work? Post action rejection clear. Some method we over the sequence we call for sending rejected which be default. Let's see if that's even being called. Let's debug this instead of running it. Why are you not being called? If we go into app, clearance controllers, okay, well, for right now, let's go new account. I haven't actually had to do this before, so that's... So I'm just thinking through is... why some of those are not redirecting where I expected it to. All right, well, for right now, for the sake of just moving forward, so what I want this to end up doing is we're going to be going to link to new account. So what I actually want this to be going to is a guest root path. And that's going to give us, so we're going to want to grab basically this type of structure. So we've got, if you're signed in, then it's going to route to something. If you are not signed in, then we have that. I like calling my guest route to be the thing that's the different one. So I'm going to say guest route. So that goes to home. This should now scream about the dashboard show, which is fine. Yeah. So let's call this pages home, and that should be something different then. So this should be pages guest. I don't know. So now it should blow up earlier because I'm going to be complaining about the guest not being a thing. Yep. All right. So it's going to be guest.html.arb. And now it's pages as controller. Yep, that would. All right, so now it's saying new account, can't find it. Good. That's where we wanted to go. Okay, so you are now on your new signed in page. We're going to be linking to new account, and this is going to be going to the new account path, which doesn't exist, so please yell at me. All right, undefined new account path. Yep. All right, so if you're signed in, we can have resources of accounts. And now it's so sorry, we want to there we go. Click new account. All right, fill in name with Acme Inc. That's why I was expecting to blow up and actually click into the thing, so we're not going to need the accounts controller, but now we are. Great. So one thing I like to do at this point is we have our accounts controller. And this is going to normally be hooked to our subclass to your application controller. I like to do a secure controller. And the reason I do this is it makes it easy to know that they're signed in at this point. We can make a lot of assumptions that are going to be appropriate. So secure controller, application controller, and what we're going to want to have here is, if nothing else, X always going to require login. This tends to grow and get a few more things after that, but yeah. So let's sign that, or let's run this again. And now it's completing a template. Accounts and new.html. And let's just go ahead and we know this is coming. All right, and it's missing form. Yup. And pass in the account that we don't have. And we're still complaining with the form. All right. Form.label. This is the name. And we need a form.text field, which is going to be name. And a form.submit, which is getting ahead of myself. But we are doing a hackathon. We don't have time to do the full process necessarily. All right. Talking about create account. That's happening because the account is nil, so it has no idea, so it's just saying save. So that's why that's happening. So actually not a great error, but that's why that's going on. So in here, let's do an account is equal to account.new. Well, that's saying WTF is an account. Yep, great question. So we are going to Rails G model account, and this is going to have a name, which is a string. Now that's it. So name, this is gonna be null, false. That looks good. Not much for that. And let's get rid of this craft. And we've got a factory for it. Let's throw this into I think a faker in here. You know what? Ooh, that is. Oh, breaker. That would do it. I don't want an account name. Faker.company. is probably what we're looking for. So if we look at Faker, faker.company .name. All right, that looks good. That looks good. This is fine. It's now going to be able to stop complaining. It's going to yell at me, but migrating though. And we're moving ahead. All right, so what are we gonna do here? Add account equals account dot new. We're gonna take the account params and if account save, we're gonna redirect to I don't know, the account path for the account. Else render what are we doing? Render new with a status of unprocessable entity. And that's gonna be good for turbo stuff. And that's going to yellow bit params. Yes. All right, new create def show. All right, so here's where we're going to do our first thing. That's going to be a little bit different. So this is going to be current user dot accounts dot find params ID. Actually, let's leave that off for now. That's definitely where we're going to be going. So it's going to run this. This should yell us about. We're going to put in here success and created. Yep, that's true. I'm just seeing some messages that has come in on Discord. So they're just asking what tech stack we're using. So we're using Rails plus Tailwind plus Stimulus. What else is there going to be involved? Rails, Stimulus, Tailwind, view components, RSpec, All right, just give him an update on where we're at with the tech stack. And he was running into an issue with the link to join the team not working. All right, expect to find a team. Why did that not happen? Let's just hop in and debug, see which path we end up with. Redirect to account path. That should be fine. Oh, and then show, it does nothing. So boom, boom. Okay, so we're not seeing a flash. And that is because it doesn't add those other ones by default, which is unfortunate. I like having the different style automatic ones that are automatically styled. So let's just add them. Let's see if that makes them pop up or not. Yep. All right, cool. So we created Acme Inc. And let's, okay, so, okay, so we end up on the accounts page, but we don't have a membership, so that's all right. So what we're going to do now is we want to okay, so this here is starting to bug me because this isn't really what we're doing. We're creating signing up and then creating an account. There's a workflow thing here that needs to be looked at. I'm going to skip that for right now for the sake of moving forward. So this test is getting too big, but I'm going to keep fleshing up and break it up a bit. Okay, so we created your account. We're good to go there. So here we're going to go click on. So this here is prompting for the flash. So that means that you're kind of done. Yeah. So looking at this, we're having sign up. And then we have create account. And then here I'm going to be like check membership. So here we're going to have, I'm going to say expect page to have content members. Expect page. So I don't want this to. So within a member section, which we can get rid of this because that's now redundant. We expect this to and we signed up with me at example.com. This we also may want to do something like a gravatar or something, I don't know. So what we're checking here is that when we create the account, we also create a membership for that, which it doesn't. The concept doesn't even exist in the application. So this should blow up in our face pretty good. Yep. All right. So in here, let's also do this. Expect page ought to have content Acme Inc. All right. So in here, we're going to, on the show page, we are going to want to have an H1 that says account.name. And we're going to want a div ID of members. And in here, we're going to want to be putting in account.members.each do. And here, we're going to just do div. So I can type. We're going to do member dot email. Undefined name for nil. Yeah, of course it's nil. We didn't ask for it, so let's get it. So we're going to go with the current user account stuff. Fine. You shouldn't be able to touch other people's stuff. And accounts doesn't exist for user. Nope. Doesn't. Truth. All right. So let's go into the user model. And we're going to go has many accounts. And it's claim it account.user ID. Of course not. So those accounts, those are coming through Throt memberships. Oh, what? It doesn't have any memberships. Who knew? I see this having a lot of connected things eventually. Just thinking about naming. If I want to call this just a raw membership, I see their memberships be, yeah, it's probably okay. I'm going to bite myself later on that, but that's fine. Memberships. And I couldn't find a model. Shocked. All right, so Rails G model membership. And this is going to be a user references and an account references. This is also going to have a role, and I like doing them as enum strings. I don't expect this is going to grow to enough people that's going to be a big problem, but string. It's like that looks fine to me. Nope. All right, so user, null, false, foreign key, account, null, false, foreign key, role. We're going to say null, false. All right. Good there. Class membership, user account. This is also going to have an enum role, and this is going to have owner, member, and I don't know, removed, rejected, disavowed. By the way, a total aside, Mission Impossible just came out recently. The default on this is going to be member. All right. That looks reasonable to me. Let's remove the gruff there. And we're going to Rails DB migrate before it yells at me. And run it again. So things should not be blowing up from being nil at this point and missing things. But it is now complaining about the account not being there. That's reasonable enough. We're not making it. So the accounts controller, if it saves, then we want to do a membership dot create. And this is going to be user is current user. The account is the account. And the role is going to be owner. All right, I was complaining about it on the account side. That's because we didn't make those relationships kind of go both ways. So it has many memberships, and through that has many users. So that is happening in members, account.users. That's why. Yes. Okay. That will help. It turns out writing the right code helps you code better. Who would have known? All right. It's not able to find members. Members. That would do it. Me members. Okay. All right. So we can join. We can create an account. We can get a membership for their account. Next up would be invitations, but I'm going to punt on that. And I'm going to make that as a separate issue. All right, so I'll pull this over. So I'm making a new issue, invitations to accounts. All right, that's going to require setting up emails and services and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to punt on that for now. Okay. So we've got, let's sign up. The email is going to be admin@example.com with a password of password. And we're going to create a new account, and the account is going to be Acme Inc. And we're going to let this continue to run. And we've got Acme Inc. We have got our admin. Okay. That's a lot of changes. That tends to happen with these kind of first ones where we're just like scaffolding and there's nothing like complicated going on. So that kind of setup isn't a problem. But let's just skim through. Yeah, we're good there. It's very generic, adding the flash. I'm not happy with this, but it's not terrible. And Rewind does not. It's one thing that kind of bugs me. I get lost in between. I've started using Rewind relatively recently, so it's yeah. That's reasonable. We need to test for it, but that's fine. Members through users. Yep. Yeah. Belongs to enum. Yep. The form new. Yep. Yeah, that's all right. Gems updated. Yeah, there's nothing there that I hate, so I think that's all right. Okay, so we have user accounts. The next thing I kind of wanted to start tackling is looking at creating personas. So that's kind of another big critical thing. We're having a problem with getting a person to join our team. There's something going on with the yeah. So we're just seeing some issues with some GitHub repos. Okay, I'm going to take care of that, and that's so we can get deployment going. So github.com. I'm going to create a new repo. Is going to be issue bot. For now, I'll do private. Just because we haven't had that conversation, I'm going to create that repo. I'm going to rename this from origin to official. Hackathon official. And with that, I'm going to kill this deploy branch because we're not going to need that. And I'm going to grab that and create a new remote. Okay. And can I copy over issues? Bull. I don't know. I'll worry about it. Yeah. Yeah. Who all is in here? Does it show me? Copy that link. Collaborators. Federico Gonzalez, that looks about right. All right, let's let them know that we're switching over. I'm going to copy over the issues. Blah. That's fine. Not a big deal at this point. Oops. Let's update that properly. All right, and let's invite him. All right, copying all. I'm just letting him know that I'm copying over the issues. Actually, scaffold server, I'm assigning it to me. And the account membership, since I'm working on it, I'm going to assign that to me. All right, connect to GitHub. All right. And research prompt prepped. All right, so it says prompts to turn. Oh. If I push that up, I have not pushed that up. I'm going to just amend that. All right. And I should have done this first, but parallel RSpec, let's run that. And what? Beautiful. All right. So that's all working. Okay. With that being up, we can hop back into our app.hatch box, go back into our issue bot, and in our GitHub app, we're going to be using jbennett /issuebot. And the branch is going to be, so we're going to want to switch this over. So now we're going to be pulling origin, push that up. We're going to do another one on deploy staging, push that up, and our branch is going to be deploy staging. Let's save that. Good. Let's add databases, a new Postgres, a new Redis. If your domains, not going to be worrying about that right now. So we're going to be able to, what is it? Rails production master.key environment variable. Variable. Rails master key. All right. So Rails master key, and that is this. Okay. Let's deploy and see if this blows up or not. And naturally, yep, always forget that. And while we're at it, let's go into the repository, enable auto deploys, and let's see if that works. So let's deploy, push that. So we can close that. We're not going to be using it, and go here. Pending. That's promising. Domains and SSL. That should be, there we go. So let us sign up. This would be jonathan@jbennett.me, and let's put in don't want to save that. All right, we're up. Cool. Okay, so what have we done so far? We can create accounts, we can sign them up, sign up, we can create account. We've deployed to a staging environment. Auto deploy worked. Okay, I think that's probably a good place to take a break. Let me see what's going on. Scaffold server. So I'm going to put an update on here. What is the... Oh, I need a space. That's why. So Rails new is done. Hosting is done. Don't have that. Do have that. Okay, update that comment. And let's edit this again. And do that. And let's grab the link from over here. And that works. All right, cool. So that's going on. I'm looking at the wrong issues. Blah. So scaffold server. Let's edit this again because why not? And edit again to really fix it up. Beautiful. Account memberships. Okay, user creates an account. We want to give an account membership to the role. Added. That's undone. Okay. Connect OpenAI account, webhooks, persona, dry run invitations to accounts. We can do that later. Research prompt prep. Federico is working on that. And that's something further. Okay. I think persona CRUD is what I'm going to look at next. So I'm going to start assigning that to me. Okay. So that's kind of what I'll be looking at next, is kind of setting up that administrative persona CRUD, and then going from there. So I'm going to hop off and take